Making the move to a new country is difficult as it is. However, there are always things that you have to think about and look into. And one of the things that we've been asked quite often, especially coming into these past couple weeks of the new year here in 2025, is, hey, listen, we're looking to make the move. We are going to sell our house. We're going to sell our vehicles. We're going to sell everything that we have. However, we're not going to get rid of our little furry friends, and we want to bring them along with us. And so this could be a dog, this could be a cat, and other, pets that you may have. And so what is the rules and regulations? What needs to be done for me to bring my pet into Serbia? Are they even allowed to come into Serbia? Are they going to need to be quarantined? What vaccinations are they going to need? Are there different health certificates that I need to get for my animals? And that's something I'm going to talk to you about today in this video, so stay tuned. Now, someone like myself who has had pets most of his life, except for this time in my life where, we moved to Serbia and we decided, hey, listen, we're not going to get pets right off the bat. We have other things that we want to get set up. And so in the near future, we will get some pets. But, some people don't think like that, and they want to bring their cat, their 4 cats, their dog, whatever it might be. And so I've had a number of consultations with individuals that are looking to sell their belongings in their home country and come over here. However, they're wanting to bring their pets. And so they've been asking in the consultations, in emails and WhatsApp chats about all these processes and what is required when it comes to getting their pets into Serbia. And so I thought I would do a video and talk about the various things you have to look into when it comes to bringing your pet here. So the 2 things I'm going to talk to you about is for dogs and cats. I can't get into lizards and parrots and things of that. I'm going to touch on that in this video as well, but I'm not going to get in-depth topics about these types of animals because I just simply don't have the time to do so, and there's an abundance of information on the internet for you to look out or look into and find that information. However, when it comes to your cats and dogs, it's very straightforward. There's not really too many restrictions, but there's some things that you do have to do and some things that you might want to do that aren't necessarily, a regulation or a rule. But bringing in your cat or dog into a foreign country, you might want to, look into these as well. So number 1 is that you're going to want to have your pet microchipped. So pets must be microchipped with a ISO 11784 compliant 15-digit pet microchip. Now, I know this is something that is very commonly done these days. I know I had my pets microchipped back in Canada, and luckily I did the one time. Our dog, which was a Beagle Pug mix, he took off and wasn't able to be found, and someone returned him to the Humane Society, and they ran their microchip and found out where he lives and our contact information, and he was brought home. So having that is a requirement for sure. And now the next one is going to be your vaccinations. Your vaccinations are going to be for rabies. That is going to have to be done hands down, and that is going to have to be done at least 21 days before entry into Serbia. You're going to want to also have your vaccination records for the microchipped and vaccination when you come into Serbia, just to provide to the border guards or custom authorities when you do come into Serbia, if they ask for it. Now, like I said, not always are they going to ask for it. Very rarely do we hear them asking for it. But like I like to say, is better looking at it than for it. And so it's better to have them in hand, ready to go. Keep them in the same place that you keep your passports. It's honestly 2 sheets of paper. It's not that difficult to carry around, and so you will have to do that. Now, being Serbia is not a EU country, these rules will only apply to Serbia. If you are coming in from an EU country or having a layover into an EU country, look into through your airlines or call the airport or whatever it might be to find out what the rules and regulations are for a layover or a transfer at a certain airport, because depending on the country that you're coming into, the airport you're landing into, you may need to have additional vaccines on top of what I'm currently listing. The rules and regulations, again, change with that from time to time. And I've even seen that and looked into some people and some of our clients that are looking to bring their pets into Serbia, that they did need additional vaccines simply because they were having a layover or a transfer in Frankfurt, for instance, or in Austria, for instance. This was a few months ago, and you don't know what it is now, but it is something that had to be done. Now, there are always other vaccines you may want to get your pets taken care of, which is like hepatitis, which, depending on where your pets are going to roam around. Are they going to be in the village? Are they going to be in the city? Are they indoor, outdoor animals? All that comes into play. Now, if your pets are coming in from a rabies-free or low-risk zone, typically just the vaccination records will work. However, if your pets are coming in from that is not considered a rabies-free or low-risk area, you may have to do a antibody test on your animal when they come into Serbia, just to ensure that the antibody levels are at sufficient levels, and so that there are no ways for either your pet to give rabies or your pet to get rabies, just in case it doesn't come in contact with another animal here that does have these rabies. And one thing to look into is, depending on the country, again, you're coming in from, this antibody test could be either done here in Serbia, or you could get it done in your home country that you're coming in from, no later than 30 days before you bring them into Serbia, just to ensure that they have that clear bill of health. And it might be even just cheaper to have it done in your home country before you come here, or you could have it done at the airport, but there are fees associated with that. I'm not sure what they are at this point in time. However, that's something you're going to want to look into before you make the move. Now, you might be asking, hey, what are some of these low risk or rabies-free countries? Well, of course, North America is going to be in that list. It's going to be Australia is going to be in that list. Many of the EU countries are in that list. The list typically applies to countries that do not have economic development, such as these, what I call as the legacy brand countries: Germany, Austria, France, Italy, Canada, United States. All those are considered legacy brand countries and considered to have a good vaccination record of all their animals, including humans, of course, but we're not going to get into that. So don't have to worry about that. And most of the clients we work with are coming in from these legacy brand countries, because that's just all they are nowadays. They're actually going downhill, but I'll leave that topic for another video. Now, the next question is quarantine. Does my pet need to be quarantined? No, in Serbia, there is no quarantine required for pets that are being imported, especially if you have the vaccination records. But if your pets are not fully compliant, they may be subject to quarantine. So make sure that you have the records you need, and so that you can provide them on when they are requested. Now, are there any restrictions on breeds of cats or dogs? No. In Serbia, there are absolutely no restrictions on any type of dog that you want to bring in. So if you are looking to bring in a pit bull, if you're looking to bring in a mastiff, if you're looking to bring in a Rottweiler, you're good to do so coming into Serbia. You don't have to worry about any of that. And none of those breeds are illegal to buy in Serbia or import from another country in Europe. We absolutely have no issues with any type of breed whatsoever. And, coming from those countries where you hear, pit bulls are banned, oh, aren't they dangerous? What's funny is that it's almost non-existent to hear of a pit bull attack here in Serbia. It's almost non-existent to hear a pet attacking someone out on the streets. And one thing, and the reason you're going to want some of these vaccinations here is that there are a lot of stray dogs in the cities in Belgrade, Novi Sad, and especially if you're getting into the villages, there's a lot of stray dogs. And I did a video on New Year's Day, and I had stray dogs walking around me on the streets while I was filming. And they don't bother you, they are typically very well mannered. In fact, I find some of the dogs are better mannered than some of the humans out in that are wandering the world these days. But I digress from that topic. So yeah, we don't really have any issues when it comes to pets, breeds, or any of that. Now, when it comes to exotic pets, importing exotic pets may require special permits. They may need quarantines. They also might need adherence to the city's regulations, which is your Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species. So you may want to look into what you're bringing into and do they comply with that. Does your pet need a pet passport? No. Serbia is not part of the EU and is not an EU member, and so we do not require a pet passport here in Serbia. Just simply bring the records that you have, and that is it. Some other additional considerations are parasite treatments that you might want to get, such as ticks and tapeworm. That is up to you. That is not a requirement, but again, you don't know what your pet's going to get into, and again, it all depends on if your pet is going to be an indoor or an outdoor pet. Is it going to be socialized with other animals? And for the cost of what it takes to have those treatments done, it might be just worth the cost. And you could also have that done here in Serbia once you get in, because there are veterinarian clinics around in order to do so. So hopefully that clears up any confusion when it comes to bringing your pets, your furry friends anyways, your pets such as cats and dogs into Serbia. If you got some value from this video, please smash that like button, hit that bell notification, and subscribe if you have not subscribed to this channel. And I'll see you on the next one.